I found out my sister had been telling people a completely different story about why I stopped talking to my family. The worst part wasn't what she said. It was that my parents believed her before they ever asked me what happened. My sister Emma and I were never extremely close, but we weren't enemies either. We grew up in the same house, shared the same childhood, and had always been there for each other when things were difficult. At least I thought we were. Emma had always been the more emotional one in the family. My parents worried about her more because she struggled with confidence and making decisions. I understood that. I was usually the one who stayed calm, the one who handled problems without making a big deal about them. For years, everyone called me the easy child. I used to think that was a good thing, until I realized it meant people assumed I didn't need anyone. Last year I was planning my wedding. A few weeks before the ceremony, I found out my sister had been telling relatives that I was excluding her from important parts of the wedding because I was embarrassed by her. That wasn't true. The actual reason was much simpler. She had repeatedly criticized my fiancé behind my back, made jokes about our relationship, and told me I was making a mistake. I tried talking to her privately several times. Nothing changed, so I decided to create some distance. I didn't announce it. I didn't fight with her. I just stopped sharing personal details with someone who kept using them against me. Then my aunt called me and said, "Your sister is hurt. You need to be the bigger person." That confused me, because nobody had asked why I was hurt. A few days later, my parents called me. My mom said, "Emma feels like you are pushing her away." I asked, "Did she tell you what happened before that?" There was a long silence. That silence told me everything. They knew something had happened. They just never asked my side. My dad said they didn't want to get involved because they wanted peace in the family, but I told him something I had been thinking for a long time. Keeping peace is easy when one person is always expected to stay quiet. Nobody said anything after that. Later, Emma finally called me. I expected an apology. Instead, she said she felt like I had abandoned her. I asked her if she understood why I pulled away. She said, "I guess I didn't realize my words affected you that much." That sentence hurt more than if she had been angry, because it meant she had no idea how much damage she had caused. We eventually talked things through. She apologized. But things didn't instantly go back to normal. I still love my sister. I still love my parents. But I learned something about families. Sometimes the person who looks the strongest becomes the person everyone expects to sacrifice. And after years of being told to understand everyone else, I finally had to ask myself why nobody ever tried to understand me.